I have some exciting news for you today. The website is finally live. TinaStinson.com is now your one-stop sanctuary for all things that I love: meditations, coaching, retreats, skincare, art, and all my writings and the podcast. It's a little quirky right now as I work out all the kinks, so bear with me. It's alive and running, and I couldn't be more thrilled. On today's episode, we're just doing a quick episode. We're on a new podcast platform as well, so working out all the kinks all in one at once. We're diving into a topic today that's been coming up for me in a big way: tuning into your intuition. I pulled my weekly cards that I pull for my community on Patreon, and we got the perfect pair: follow your intuition and reconsider your commitments. And honestly, they couldn't have come at a better time. I'm sharing 5 powerful questions with you to help you realign with yourself, protect your energy, and check in with where you're headed, whether you need to shift direction or simply stay the course. So get cozy, grab your journal, and let's get into it. You're listening to the Soul Aligned Self-Care Podcast. I'm your host, Tina Stinson, and I had a stroke at the age of 39 from stress and burnout that shook my world. Now I'm laying it all out: the deep level self-care practices and mindset shifts that I needed that kept me healthy, balanced, and thriving. Join me in this intimate space as we explore healing, resilience, and the soul's journey to alignment. This is where real conversations about deep-level self-care happen. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so I have good news. The website is live. Now, when I was transferring the website from Kajabi over to Squarespace, and I just want to reiterate that there's nothing wrong with Kajabi. I just wasn't using all the features, and they were raising the price by quite a bit this year, and it's just not worth it for me to pay that much when I'm not using it. And so Squarespace was just more sufficient for what I'm doing. And when I was switching my website, TinaStinson.com, over to the new place, I did not know what I was doing. And I didn't think I did it right. But then all of a sudden today, everything was working. And when I say working, I mean, I haven't checked it yet. I know some things are off. I have some product pages that are just in the wrong spot. So it might look a little quirky right now. So be patient with me while I work out all the quirks. But I have a bunch of pages on there. I have a home page. I have a page for my art, which is Talia Sunday Designs. I have a page for my meditations. I have a page for mentorship and coaching. I have a page for retreats. So if you want to get on the wait list for retreats, do that there. Then I have a page for the podcast and the blog, which I call writings. And then I tried to have a page for the skincare business, and that's the one that got a little screwy. The page is okay, but some of the products were drawn onto the art page. So I did something wrong. So you'll see some of the products from my skincare business on the art page, which looks wrong, but I'll get it worked out at some point. I'm not going to get too stressed out about it. And then, of course, there's an about page and a contact page. And so I'm very excited about this because it combines all the things that I love doing right now: the art, the meditations, the coaching, the retreats, the skincare, the writing, the blog, the podcast, all those things into one place. And so feel free to head over there and kind of check it out and let me know what you think. And if you notice anything really weird, you could reach out to me. I have to check to make sure my email is working really well. I'm not sure if I have to do anything with that. I don't think so, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. So I'll have to make sure. My email right now is tina@tinastinson.com, but an old email I have is tinastinsonhomes, HOMES, @gmail.com. That still works. I don't use it very often anymore, but it was from my old real estate days. But anyway, that's the announcements for today. So this podcast is sort of a test podcast because I switched from having my host of the podcast as Kajabi to Podbean, and this is the first one. And I haven't watched any videos on how to do this yet. And so it's not going to be a very long podcast. And I hope that everything works out with it. So today I'm talking about 5 questions that you could ask yourself to kind of like tune in and realign with yourself, like tuning into your intuition. And one of the reasons this came up is because every week I pull cards from a couple of different card decks that I have just to see what the energy of the week is and to focus on a different self-care practice. I share this within my community on Patreon, and I think I'm going to start putting it on YouTube at some point. I'm not sure. It's been a thought, but I don't do that yet. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is it's always so aligned when I pull the cards with what's going on in my life, and it's some great self-care advice. I'm not sure if this is just me making it fit for myself or if it's actually just coming from a very intuitive place, but it always seems to be perfectly timed. This week's cards were absolutely perfect. As usual, sometimes one comes out, sometimes 2 or more. This week we had the following ones. The first card was Follow Your Intuition, and then the second one was Reconsider Your Commitments. I also have to add, the card decks that I use are generally very positive decks, and they're not oracle decks. And some are even specifically for self-care. So I'm always going to put forward something positive, some kind of a positive practice. It's never going to be some kind of a negative reading of any sort. It's all about self-care. And I like it that way. And I'm not doing oracle card readings. This is just me having a lot of fun, seeing what pops out of the deck randomly, These cards, though, the ones that came out this week, they really do help you think in different perspectives, pertaining to your own life and see what the meaning is for you. So, like, I tell you what it means for me, but when you listen to me, and I usually read the cards to you, listen to what the cards are saying and take it as what it means for you. I'm just giving you my perspective. So looking at these 2 cards this week right now, the meaning that I'm sharing with you today is this. In order to really tune into your intuition, you have to give yourself the time and the space to tune in from a more relaxed state. It's hard to do when you're going nonstop and you're in a state of stress and overwhelm. We tend to make really bad decisions when we're in this state because we're rushing, we're not tuned into ourselves, we're not tuned into our feelings. Also, in order to slow down and tune into yourself, right, you need to not be so busy. You need to reconsider your commitments. And that's why these 2 cards coming out together was really cool. So you can see how they really support each other. Such a really great pair. So the self-care practice that I talked about, if you would like to get more connected to your intuition, is we need to look at how we spend our time and what we let affect our energy. So every year around this time also, the summer solstice just passed. We're like midpoint, we're in the end of June. And I kind of like to look at how the year is going for me. And I ask myself some questions, do some journaling work about the direction I'm going in, if I'm still happy with it, what adjustments I'll make, if I want to change anything, maybe after learning more over the past 6 months, I want to change directions. Maybe I don't, I thought I wanted something, or maybe I don't now, or I might not want to make any, changes. Maybe I'm really happy with the direction I'm going in, and I might want to I might be still very excited about the dreams and the goals that I made, and I might want to keep moving forward. And I could just focus on maybe protecting my energy and looking at the way I'm spending my time. So I would like to share some of the questions that I'm going to be using when I do my journaling that will help me move through this. So the first one is, what is draining your energy right now that you have the power to change? Because we all know we can't change everything all the time, but there's a lot of things that we can change that affect our energy. So I'm going to say that again. What is draining my energy right now that I have the power to change? That's the first one. Now, the second one, when was the last time I felt truly aligned, and what was different about that time? So like really look at what that was, what was happening, and what was actually really different about that time period in your life, and maybe how can you get back to that place, and really like, examine like why you were aligned, why were you feeling that way, and what were the different situations that really supported that. Next question. So the second question was, what was the last time you felt truly aligned, and what was different about that time? Okay. Next question. If I had to drop one commitment this week to create more space for myself, what would it be? This is a really good exercise because it really shows you the things that you're willing to leave behind. And maybe that's something you might want to stop doing for good. It's a really good exercise to show you what's important to you as well. So if you had to drop one commitment this week to create more space for yourself, what would it be? Next question. Am I still excited about the direction I'm heading, or am I just used to the path that I'm on? Does it just feel comfortable? Right. And so sometimes, we're going somewhere and we're going through the motions, we're doing the same things over and over and again, and it's very comfortable. I kind of felt that way with the podcast, and that's why I wanted to shift a little bit. And I'm really excited about making this shift. I'm struggling a little bit to get some new guests on the new topics on the show, just because everybody knows the type of guests that I have on all the time. So that's what comes in my direction. So that's really going to take some time to make the shift. It's probably going to be a slow shift, but I'm okay with that. So am I still excited about the direction I'm heading, or am I just used to the path I'm on? So I started to not really be excited about the podcast. And I was like, I think I just need a small shift, something to add a little more interest, something that really speaks to the times that we're living in and going through right now. And that's why I wanted to make that shift. So this is a really good question to ask if you're feeling that way, if things are starting to feel a little too rehearsed, boring, not exciting. I don't know what the right word is. Next question. What is one thing I can do this week to protect my energy and honor my intuition? This is a great question because it really steps into that self-care topic. It's really like, what can I do? Can I get out and go for a walk? I try to walk every single day. And let me tell you something, it is hot out. I think everybody knows it's hot out because it's hot everywhere right now. And I still make a point to walk. Now, I might not walk as far. I might not walk as fast, but I'm walking. And if you are walking, please be careful. Please bring something to keep yourself cool. Even if you just put a cool washcloth on the back of your neck, it really makes a big difference to keep your body cooled down. But anyway, what can I do to protect my energy and honor my intuition? So if I wanted to do both of those things, I would say doing my meditation practice is perfect because it's allowing me to slow down and really tune into myself. And so when you ask yourself that question, what is the one thing you think you could do for yourself to protect your energy and honor your intuition? So these are some really, really great questions to help you get on the right track, or you might be on the right track. You might just continue on in the direction you're going in, and it might be really nice to know that. It might be really nice to feel like, wow, I've come a long way. I love the direction I'm going in. I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. Either way, this helps you reset, right? And it really spends some time with yourself, slowing down and tuning into yourself, tuning into your intuition, your own personal superpower. So I would love to hear what has come up for you. You could make comments I did a blog post on the same topic under writings on the website. You can comment on those and let me know what came up for you. What are you changing? What are you moving into? Or are you moving in the same direction? I love to hear from you, and I will always read these responses. Now, I'm not used to this website, so I want to say that I have confidence if I find that you made a comment that I will answer it. I'm hoping I get the notifications. Right now, I'm trying to turn on all the notifications from my website, and slowly maybe I'll learn the ones that I don't need. So I should get a notification if you make a comment. And I'm very excited about that. So reach out if you're feeling it. Okay, guys. Love you. Hopefully this will be easy transition to the new podcast provider. I don't think anything's going to be any different for you guys. It's more on my side. So if you listen to it on Apple or Spotify, it should be there. If for some reason it isn't, reach out to me at tina@tinastinson.com and let me know. I would, as always, love hearing from you. Okay, guys, love you. Till next week. Bye. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new one. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It helps get the show in front of more people who might need this type of support. And if you're ready to take your everyday self-care even deeper, come join us inside the Soul Aligned Life Patreon. Every week, you'll get new self-care practices and tools to help reduce stress and overwhelm. Plus, we do a monthly reset to keep you aligned and supported always. You'll find the link in the show notes, and I'd love to see you there. Until next time, be sure to take good care of yourself. Love you. Bye.